Good evening, all. We, on behalf of the SREC Alumni Association and the ECE department, welcome you all for this 77th webinar, Audio, Visual, and Unified Communications. We welcome our principal, ma'am, speaker of the day, Mr. Sethuraman, faculty members, current students, and all alumni friends. Ma'am, you may introduce the speaker.
Yeah, good evening to all. I join with Vasanth to welcome all the participants of today's event, the patron, principal, and all the faculty members and the students who have joined here for this.
Good evening, one and all. So it's a warm evening. Thank you for giving this opportunity. First of all, it's after a long time. I'm getting an association with Alumni Association of SREC and our AC department. So today, I would like to give a small webinar, kind of insight about the audiovisual and unified communications industry. So I think we can proceed. So what is audiovisual technology? So basically, in general, audiovisual technology is a medium which processes some amount of content, including audio and sound, which such as like presentations, movies, films, television programs, presentations, conferencing events, lecture hall services, public addressing events, so theater productions, etc. So actually in AV technology, this is a medium which technically helps to improve and enhance the oral and visual impact of an individual in any crucial environment. So this is an technology where people can experience a better intelligible audio and visual content to the perseverance of the content that is delivered. So there are different classified proliferations of AV technology. So that includes audio, video, lighting, display projection system, signal switching, and transmission systems. So there are various different dimensions of audiovisual industry. So main dimensions are the media industry, broadcast, professional AV install systems, live sound industry, gaming, content creation, live streaming, and unified communication systems. So now we can look into individual verticals of this AV audiovisual industry. So here comes the first media industry. So this is one interesting area where the very fresh audio is getting created. So in the image, you're looking into two photographs. So there, the first one is the studio image that shows an audio recording studio. So that is where the audio is being created. The all recordings like music productions, post-production studios, the surround format mixing. So that is all happening in such recording studios. So recording, mastering, and mixing, everything happens here. The another image depicts the three-dimensional audio that is getting depicted in the movies in screens. So nowadays, the RO3D and Dolby Atmos technologies are very prevalent and available in all content like Apple TV and Fire Sticks and Amazon Prime, Netflix, and all the forums. So these movies are getting formatted and encoded in such formats using such 5.1 mixing studios. Also, the Foley effects, ambient sound recording are done in such studio effects. So you can see different speakers are being stacked in different levels. So each speaker depicts a different dimension of audio that is getting manipulated and mapped to even individual channels. So this is how every movie depicts three-dimensional audio sound effects. So this is one very much interesting industry in the media. And next is the broadcast industry. So this is the major widespread industry we regularly come across. So all the TV channel production floors, the radio stations, web radio stations, and live coverage in the broadcast industry. So here the setups involve the video wall displays, the very advanced video coverage cameras, lighting technologies, and the audio signal routing, switching, everything is done using the audio visual industry. So all the infrastructure is being designed, equipped, and installed using certified audio AV partners. So in the next image, you can see there is a huge video wall. So that depicts a background. That's a virtual background. So that gives a realistic virtual effect of the presenter being standing in front of a live event, as if the studio shows the exact image where the presenter is in. So these setups are nowadays very much common and developing in the broadcast industries. And the major industry is the professional AV industry. So this professional AV plays a vital role in different streams of AV. So this has a very different verticals. So like we have corporate AV infrastructures, education sector, engineered audio solution, control room infrastructures, hospitality, commercial cinema theaters, residential AV systems and luxury home theaters, integrated control automation, place of worship, museums and recreation AV infrastructure, retail business AV infrastructures. So now let us go through into each and every industry's verticals in detail. First comes the conference room systems of the professional AV system. So this is the very common facility where each and every corporate and even all the institution organizations will be equipped with. So this is a kind of setup where all the professional AV devices are equipped. So in the image, you can see the microphones are placed upon the table. So these are called the boundary microphones. So nowadays, this is very advanced and state-of-the-art devices that is almost invisible to any person involved in the conferencing. So there is a big, huge display video wall. So that is actually a matrix of 8 displays. So you can see the bezel lines in between the display. So this gives a complete immersive audiovisual effect for an conferencing system. So designing a visual solution and audio solution for a conference room involves many considerations and protocols in AV industry. So there are certain design considerations like the resolution of a display and the audibility of speakers and the decibel level to be attained in the room to create an intelligible audio that is being delivered, removing all echoes and reverberations. So considering the environment as well. So what type of materials are equipped in the surroundings of the room. So this is what involved in the AV industry. And the next is boardroom. The adjacent picture shows the advanced microphone technology that is equipped for video conferencing enhancements. So you could see that in the ceiling, that is actually a 2x2 ceiling array microphone. So one single microphone that covers the entire room. So wherever the person is seated, it automatically projects the direction and picks up the audio from the speaker. So you can have a clean table, completely removing the mess of cables and all other devices. So you can go with a flawless video conferencing effect. So adjacently, there is a display with an PTZ camera on above the display. So this is another latest advanced technologies that is developing in the AV industry. And here next is the large venue AV installation systems. So these we call as the professional engineered sound systems for auditoriums and the party halls, banquet halls, arenas, stadiums, etc. So these are setups where which can accommodate like up to 1,000 to 2,000 people seated in an auditorium. So the entire person can be addressed using a very effective and engineered sound system designed using the vertical line array system and an active LED video wall. So these are state of the kind of advanced technologies in AV. So you can see in the auditorium image, there are two ceiling array speakers, the line array that is stacked in the left and right of the ceiling. So these are the very advanced direct-to speaker technologies at present prevailing in the AV industry. And rear is the active LED video wall. That is actually we can configure any size using individual cabinets starting from a size of 2 feet by 2 feet square cabinets. So it is a scalable active LED video wall. We can create any size of displays of any size. So these are the latest upcoming trends in the large venue AV system installations. And the adjacent picture is the acoustical aesthetic interiors for creating an ultra clarity of audio video coverage using the acoustical panels and the acoustical interiors. So to create, remove the entire echoes, reverberations, and using the diffuser technologies to achieve the complete coverage of audio to the entire hall, so that even the person seated in the last sitting of the hall can listen to the audio content that is being delivered very clearly. And another vertical of AV system is the aviation control industry. So this is a highly sensitive area where the AV plays a major role. So here, the aviation control systems are being equipped with the state-of-the-art displays and switching technologies, so that high signal processing gears are used here. So these devices equip the control enabling control systems like involving the radio equipments and make the communication with the air traffic control system and the aircrafts. So all the signals are routed without any millisecond delay, like a microsecond delay also. So that much advanced digital signal processings are equipped in the technology being used here. So another image show the watch depict not a glass wall. This is actually an array of displays that shows the entire visual coverage of the runway. So this video can be switched based on the requirement of the operator. So even the radar visuals can be projected to this display area. All the controls are placed on the control surface that is being displayed in the display disk. So this is another one facility where AV plays a very crucial role and a very challenging area as well. So this is the Parliament Hall that is getting up, that is designed and coming up. So this is the place where n number of microphones, say like 200 to 300 microphones, like every speaker will have an individual microphone for their own. So all the microphone signals are getting routed to one entire control segment. So that is where it is getting processed, and without any feedbacks or echoes, all the audio is completely processed, and it is getting delivered to the participants in the hall, the all the audiences in the hall. So also translation of audio to the regional language is also enabled using the state-of-the-art AV technologies. So that is done in the backend infrastructure. So as you see in the next image, so this backend infrastructure runs very simultaneously to the speaker. So it records all the inputs and switches and process very immediately, and instantaneously it converts the content into the regional languages. So every participant in the parliament, they listen in their native language as well. So this is possible with the very much. So this is another major facility, the Parliament Hall of our country, which is enabled with the state-of-the-art advanced microphone technologies. Say like 200 to 300 microphones are connected in this single facility, and all the signals are simultaneously controlled, processed, and the output is given back to the audience at a single time. And even all the content that is being delivered, it is processed in the backend using backend infrastructure devices, and the regional language output is also possible, so that each speaker in the parliament can choose their own native language to listen to the content. So this is another one major technology which involves AV system integration with advanced digital signal processing, so that if any speaker talks from any corner of the hall, there is not even a single point of echo or an reverberation or any feedback. So it gives a crystal clear audio intelligibility for the entire participants in the parliament. And you can see the adjacent image shows the backend devices, which is getting operated simultaneously, controlling and processing the speech that is delivered by the main speaker, and it is delivered back in the native languages. So this is another major segment of Pro AV systems that is getting equipped in the education segment. So the classrooms nowadays are getting the advanced methodologies enhanced with 4K resolution ultra touch interactive panels. So the teaching methodology nowadays is getting enhanced using all these interactive panels. So previously they used interactive projectors, and now it is the touch interactive panels. And also the audio reinforcement is done using microphone and speakers, so that in huge classroom size where say like 60 to 100 students are seated, and the lecturer wants to address entire students, so they can very easily address the classroom. They can take lectures without any hassles. So, and the next image shows the advanced technologies that is involved in the medical teaching segment. So there you can see the presenter is handling the class, and adjacent there is a demonstration going on using a humanoid. So completely this entire setup is recorded with a video capturing PTZ camera. Even the students who are not physically present in the lecture hall, from the remote location, from wherever they are across the globe, they can engage in this lecture session, and they can also communicate and engage with two-way communication. So they can interact with the presenter, they can ask doubts, everything is possible. So entirely the class session is not missed by the student using this advanced AV technology systems. So this technology involves an advanced tracking camera. So where even the presenter is moving around different zones in the stage, the camera continuously keeps the tracks of the presenter, and it will track and captures the video with ultra high resolution clarity. So both audio and video are synchronized and retelecases to the students who are connected through offline mode. So this is another area where AV plays a very interesting role. So in museums and in many signage areas like malls, where many footfalls are very much expected. So you can come across interactive kiosks and signage displays. So these displays are very, very interactive and intuitively designed. So whenever you step into a museum, you can notice an interactive kiosk. So you can just go and access the kiosk and get some informations and the guidelines and the maps, how to access different zones of the museum. So what are all available in the museum. So all these informations are pre-programmed and fed back into the kiosks. So any user can easily access this kiosk, and they can access their own information what they're looking for. And the another one image shows in museums where different content and different objects are placed, and they want to give an AV overlay for the uh, participants, like the audiences and public. So each and every speaker, you can see that the thing which is placed above the photo image is actually a speaker. That technology is actually audio spotlight technology. So that is a very unique and higher end systems nowadays evolving up. So what happens is each and every speaker that is placed above the individual display, it will deliver one individual content. But only the person who is standing in front of that speaker will be able to listen to that audio content, and it will not disturb the other person who is standing adjacent to the next one. So this is how you can have your personalized audio without disturbing the environment. And it is very personalized, and we can convey the messages to the person privately. So personally, he gets all the information. So this is very much useful for museum. So where they can have the personalized content for each and every object, so that do not create any mess in audio in the entire environment. So this is one very advanced technology nowadays evolved in audio. So here comes a very entertaining and very fantasy creating part. So this is actually the cinema theaters we are regularly coming across. So we would all would have been to cinema theaters in our lifetime. So this is one very interesting area. So even in my industry, in my career, I started my career in this segment initially. So this home theater, all the cinema commercial theaters are nowadays equipped with digital AV technologies. Even the projection technology has changed to digital nowadays, and all the speakers that is all placed. The Auro 3D technology is the latest technology that is available in the current trend. So in AV, this is the very happening industry. So designing such systems and equipping all the processors and backend systems are very challenging things. So only an certified audio engineer and video engineers can uh, perform all the calibration works in such theater installations. So the next is actually a personalized home theater system. So this is also nowadays very commonly coming one. So all the villa constructions, all the people are going for home theater installations in their houses. So one theater room is dedicatedly provided for home theaters, so they can enjoy their own movies using all the streaming contents. So nowadays streaming is very easily available for every individual. So designing and integrating all such systems will involve many protocols and engineering concepts in audio. So like how to place the speaker, the distance between one speaker to the another speaker, the speaker placements and the dimension. So creating the three-dimensional audio experience with an ultra high resolution video resolution, also video content. So this is another major vertical of professional AV industry. And yes, next is the live sound industry. This is another big industry, we can say, and very challenging and very critical industry. This involves much more critical work culture. So this you should have seen in TV shows, everything. So these are live concerts where many audio signals are getting connected and routed to the control surfaces, and 2 to 3 surface audio engineers will be in charge in the desk, the mixer zone, to control all the audio and video signals. Even all the lightings will be controlled using the mixers. So this is a very critical area. So working in this industry, it's like very challenging. And the next is actually a very visual retreat for everyone. This is projection mapping technology. We call it as like any architectural structure can be projected with graphics and animated content. So this is actually looks like. So this is the gateway of India. So that is being projected using mapping technology in the live events. So here you can see another picture depicting the same image mapping technology. So this is also a very advanced development in AV. So AV is getting developed in such a way, like very intuitive and higher end technologies are getting equipped with system integrations. So any architectural structures can be utilized to throw such 3D images and graphical animations like this. And even we have a very own in Coimbatore. The Adiyogi statue is also one happening example for us. So if you go in the evening, there is a light show happening. So that actually happens using the image projection mapping technology. So this is the Burj Khalifa hotel in Dubai. So that is also lit by the projection mapping technology. So this is how it happens. The left side image here shows the number of array of projectors stacked one after the other, and all the projectors are simultaneously given and sequence of output. So each and individual projector is responsible to throw the light upon the architectural structure. So finally giving such an awesome output, giving an mind-blowing image showing this entire structure with a lit up image. So this is completely a technology where it involves much engineered design. So mapping work is very challenging and interesting to work with. So this is the real-time live streaming trends in AV. So this is like another widespread medium where nowadays the web conferencing is becoming very common, and live streaming is also very easily accessible for everyone. So with the YouTube channels and other platforms, people are nowadays creating their own content and they are live streaming their own channels from any part of the world. So this setup shows the complete professional studio suite equipped with all the audio and visual equipments for recording the contents using a green mat background. So they can animate the background using as their own wish. It's a customized one. So that this is live streamed using the all the backend infrastructure devices. The delay time for the actually recorded captured image audio visual content and the telecasted content will be just 25 to 30 milliseconds. So that's a very minimal and negligible delay time. So technology has evolved to such extent, developing all the state of the art equipments nowadays. And the another image shows the personalized channel content creator setup. So this is one setup one can set up at their own house. So to create their own channels, they can create their own content recording and manipulating and editing. So this is very possible easily using nowadays latest technology. So all the gadgets are nowadays very commonly available. So professional setups will enable us to create a very high resolution audio video content to present to the entire world. So the another vertical where the AV plays a good role is like the gaming sound design industry. So nowadays, gaming is very common among the children, even amongst the elders. So even elderly people are also very much fond of games. So all the PlayStation 4, 5, etc. So nowadays, all the games are getting designed using the design engineers. They dedicatedly use different effects and synthesizers to create new sounds, very powerful and mind-blowing effects to create an artistic visual and oral effect to the game players. So these game audio sound design is also a good area where AV plays a very intuitive role. And here it comes the unified communications systems. So basically, a unified communication system can refer to one common platform where any business is equipped with different communications like email, SMS, text, video conferencing, audio conferencing, and other medium like telephony, everything. So all the unified communications are put up in one single platform. So from one single platform, all the equipments can be controlled, and every participant can be collaborated in one single system, and they can collaborate each other. So this involves the audio conferencing, video conferencing, wireless content sharing through BYOD. So that is bring in your own device, and real-time presence is also possible, like using their own scheduling functions. Everything is possible using the unified communications. So nowadays, BYOD is very common in say in a boardroom. Here you see, actually this is a suite room. So any guest who is coming inside for a collaborative conferencing system, they can connect and present their own content from their laptop using a wireless system. So such that the content is also secure. They no need to worry about the data security. And using very encrypted technology, they can share their own content to the entire conferencing system. So this video image shows like a suite room where a panel of members are seated and connected, and they are enabled in a video conferencing setup to three different locations. So the monitor shows three different participants, so from three different locations across the globe. So this is possible using most advanced IP-based AV technology. So this technology in conferencing is very secure and encrypted. All the entire content is encrypted. So we no need to worry about data theft and security and all. And the another image also shows the different persons getting collaborated with different people across the globe at a single time. So simultaneously, it is possible to connect with 3 different locations using one single platform. So we have covered the entire AV technology presence in the present world, and here are some benefits of AV control systems. So the AV gives a control of all the equipments from one central location, accessing every individual equipment and controlling the equipment, commanding the equipment, and getting the output instantaneously. So one streamlined interface control is just sufficient to control all the devices. So this is done using an automation platform in the backend. So in AV, for any solution for a client is looking for, all the solutions are like tailor-made. It is custom-made. That doesn't repeat through any other client one after the other. So that it can suit to your room, to your needs exactly. So that your solution will be like solving your purpose of application. So it reduces the technical output. It doesn't require any third-party IT person to stand for the entire session and support for the complete conducting and handling of the devices. So it also elevates the learning curves for the users. It's very, very user-friendly nowadays. So, and the AV controls makes the meeting rooms very, very lively, and you can get start quickly with the presentation devices with just a touch of a single button. And it also creates a satisfactory level with a more efficient and effective solution. So AV plays a vital role in our today's world in content deliverability. So this is like very, very crucial in parts where people find very difficult to deliver their content in an environment facing lot of problems in addressing the entire people. So this is what the major benefits of AV controls, what we are trying to convey. So here, with that note, we end this webinar. And if any queries, like if you have any doubts in common, we can just discuss.
Yeah, good presentation, Sethu.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
What is this market
Thank you,
capital
sir.
for this industry, Sethuraman?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't get you.
What is the market value for this industry?
Say like you're asking about the capital being involved in
Yes.
this industry, sir?
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
business
Yeah.
potential.
Okay. The market potential ranges from around 25 to 50 lakhs in an approximate in the initial level.
Okay, that is the investment you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, say like the complete setup, our experience centers, solutions, what we are providing, the equipments involved, everything. Yeah.
Sethuraman, that unified conference room, no? How much will it cost?
Ma'am, that is depending upon the setup you are going to design, ma'am. Say like one-to-one application is one format, and one-to-many is another format. Say ranging from 3 to 5 lakhs, we can design a solution for a one-to-one solution, being it a dedicated suite room, which involves an immersive video conferencing effect.
Okay. For that home theaters, Sethuraman?
Ma'am, that is also again, we have a very wide range of solutions for home theaters.
Okay,
Nowadays,
so
we are
minimum,
designing.
what is your minimum amount?
Yeah, minimum amount shall start from 50,000, ma'am, for a very good, decent sounding home theater system.
Okay, Sethuraman. It was very good, Sethuraman. Nice
Yeah,
it was.
thank you. I just tried to convey some insights about my industry. So to some extent, I did some justification. I feel so.
No, it was nice. It was really nice. We didn't know that there were so many things in audio video.
Okay, ma'am.
It's really nice.
So, okay,
That
thank you, ma'am.
unified conference room, I haven't seen anywhere, Sethuraman. This is the first time I'm seeing.
Okay, ma'am. So this is like nowadays corporate companies are approaching for such solutions nowadays.
Okay.
Sethuraman,
Okay.
sorry, I had a network issue. That's why during your introduction, I was unable to.
No problem.
I'm very
No
sorry
problem.
for
Okay. No, it's okay. No issues, ma'am. No issues. Paravala, ma'am.
Hello,
See,
Mr. Sethu.
all these features you are going on with your industry, right?
Yes, sir.
All. So for immersion and all, you are going. You are
Sorry, ma'am.
using AR, VR.
I'm sorry, ma'am. There is an overlap in audio. Please come again.
Like for immersion and all that, are you using AR, VR concept, or is it completely a different?
No, ma'am. It's completely different. This is like AV over IP concept. So we are using our dedicated gears to equip all the solutions. So this is a different frame structure. So what we are equipping with.
Okay, so this is related to audio itself. You have that immersion and all that.
Both, ma'am. Audio and video. Everything, both audio and video we have, ma'am.
It was, I mean, interesting presentation. We actually had lot of information regarding AV.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
okay.
for the information. Thank you. Thank
Sure,
you
ma'am.
so
Sure.
much.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Sethu, like
Yes,
நீங்க
sir.
இந்த ஹோம் தியேட்டர் செக்மெண்ட் சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க இல்லைங்களா?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
ஆமா சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Yeah, in that segment, I have visited close to about 10-15 home theaters. கோயம்புத்தூர்ல பண்ணவங்கள மீட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன்.
Oh,
Of
great.
course, to the best of my knowledge, I'm not that பெரிய லெவல்ல நான் ஆடியோவோ வீடியோ பெருசா பார்க்கறது இல்ல. பட் என்னோட காமன் மேன் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல பார்க்கும்போது நீங்க ஹோம் தியேட்டர் ஸ்கிரீன் செட் பண்ணி அதுல உட்காந்து ஃபீல் பண்ணும்போதே more or less everything looks the same and feels the same.
Okay.
Whereas price budget பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 12 லட்சத்துக்கு கொட்டேஷன் வருது, எனக்கு அடுத்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 40-50 லட்சத்துக்கு கொட்டேஷன் வருது.
Okay. Okay.
What is that decides the back end எனக்கு என்னால ஜட்ஜ் பண்ண முடியல.
Okay. Okay.
So
it's a very good question,
that's
sir.
what I want to have.
Okay. Okay. Sir, இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியை பொறுத்தளவுக்கு like the equipments what we are equipping in home theaters, அதுல நிறைய different types and நிறைய standards இருக்கு. So what type of speakers you are going for and what type of AV processor you are using in your home theater. So இந்த சிஸ்டம் டிசைன் பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் அந்த சொல்யூஷன் அவங்க அரைவ் பண்றாங்க. அண்ட் மோரோவர் நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி அந்த காஸ்டிங் வந்து ரொம்ப அப்நார்மலா இருக்கு, பட் ஆனால் அவுட்புட் ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு அப்படின்றத நீங்க சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஒன் டெக்னிக்கல் பார்ட் வேர் பீப்புள் லைக் அஸ் லைக் சர்டிஃபைட் ஏவி இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் பிளே அ மேஜர் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ரோல். ஸோ எங்ககிட்ட சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் வந்து நீங்க டிசைன் பண்ணி த சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் வாட் வி ஆஃபர் வில் பி மச் மோர் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஸோ வி ஆக்சுவலி டிசைன் அ சொல்யூஷன் இன் சச் அ வே it is very intuitively programmed and calibrated to recreate the actual theater effect in your actual home theaters. ஸோ நீங்க தேட்டர்ல பார்க்கும்போது என்ன ஒரு ஆடியோ விஷுவல் எஃபெக்ட் நீங்க வந்து எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்றீங்களோ அங்க ஃபீல் பண்ற அதே சரௌண்ட் ஃபார்மேட் வித் டால்பி அட்மாஸ் அண்ட் ஆரோ 3D எஃபெக்டோட, ஸோ அதை வந்து we can recreate in our home theaters using the state of the art correct processes. பட் இன்னைக்கு மார்க்கெட்ல அவைலபிள் கண்டென்ட் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா நம்ம காமன் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் லைக் நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ், அமேசான் பிரைம், ஆப்பிள் டிவி எல்லாத்துலயுமே மேக்ஸிமம் வந்து 7.1 ஃபார்மேட் வித் டால்பி அட்மாஸ் அண்ட் டால்பி விஷன் இஸ் ஒன்லி எனேபிள்ட். ஸோ அதுக்கு மேல ஃபார்மேட்ஸ் என்கோடிங் பண்ணப்பட்ட கண்டென்ட் இட்ஸ் நாட் அவைலபிள் இன் அவர் மார்க்கெட் ரைட் நோ. ஸோ அந்த லெவல் டெக்னாலஜி மட்டும்தான் இப்போ இருக்கு. ஸோ வி கேன் டிசைன் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் இன் தட் ஃபார்மேட் as of now. அதில் we can extract the best in class output using the finest tuning methodology. To say some good information for you, so we actually use softwares to program the speakers. ஸோ நாங்கள் டிசைன் பண்ணுற ஹோம் தியேட்டர் இல்லை நாங்கள் டிசைன் பண்ணுற ஆடிட்டோரியம், ஒரு கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் ரூம், ஒரு போர்ட் ரூமில், ஸோ வி யூஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் calibration software. So these softwares are designed dedicatedly for achieving the best signals, like clean and processed output to the end user. So in the software use பண்ணி தான் we program and fine tune the speakers in the home theater in the pro AV segments, so that you can achieve a very clear and clarity output from the speaker and the projection system as well. ஸோ அந்த வாட் டைப் ஆஃப் செட்டப் நீங்க போறீங்க, என்ன மாதிரியான கேலிப்ரேஷன் இஸ் இன்வால்வ், ஸோ அது எல்லாமே இட் இஸ் கன்சிடர்ட். ஸோ போத் கோஸ் ஹேண்ட் இன் ஹேண்ட்.
Okay, thank you. And for a decent home theater system without an acoustic, room acoustic இல்லாம basic existing house la pananuna, what does it cost?
So basically, நீங்க ஒரு டீசென்டான ஒரு ஹோம் தியேட்டர் பண்ணனும்னா it will cost you around 1.5 to 2 lakhs. Within 1.5 to 2 lakhs, you can go for a very good home theater system in your living room itself. Provided you don't need much acoustics, so you can equip with an good audio system. So அதுலயே நீங்க வந்து டிவியும் வாட்ச் பண்ணிக்கலாம், மூவி வாட்ச் பண்ணிக்கலாம். So அதுல வந்து நீங்க room size is the only matters. Minimum you require 20 by 16 living hall size. So if your living hall is of 20 by 16 feet size, so we can go with such a good solution. So that will make wonders in audio and video. So even nowadays we have projection technology, like we call it as ultra short throw projectors using ALR screens. So this is one projection technology in present home theaters, where you can use your projector in a daytime in your living hall. Without, you no need to switch off any lights, you no need to close any curtains, window curtains. With all the ambient lighting environment, you can use the projector. So that is called actually ultra short throw projector with ALR screen. So that is called ambient light rejection screen. So even with all the ceiling lights turned on, you can still be able to visualize your screen very clearly. So that is actually an laser TV, what we call in real time. So that is also possible today. So any more queries? So,
And one more thing, do you do the hospital OT projections to the seminar halls? Do you do that arrangement also?
yes, we do, sir. We do. Of course, we do, sir.
Medical colleges.
Yeah, understood, sir.
Yeah.
Operation theater, that is what is happening in the operation theater, that can be directly livecast to the classroom, to the students.
Yeah, there'll be live telecast of the operation happening for the students.
Yes.
Yes.
We can do, sir. We can do. Okay. We have solutions for that.
Okay. So, where's the experience center?
Sir, our office is in Kaundambalam area, sir. Just in backside to that Annapurni supermarket, just near adjacent to that bridge.
Okay. No, you have an experience center there?
Yeah, we are coming up with the experience center. It's under under work, sir. We are developing our center right now. It's under development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Audience, if you have any questions, you can come up with.
So any questions regarding to audio, video is also welcome. It will be more interactive if we can share some questions from any audience.
Yes, Sethu, when we are talking, when Jayanti ma'am asked about the basic model for a home theater, you just said it's 50,000. So
Yes.
it starts from 50,000 and it's all wired type or?
Exactly wired, sir. Physically connected.
Okay. So audience, in case if you're having no other questions, Sethuraman, Jagdishri ma'am and Vasanth, shall we go for the closing remarks?
Yes, Thomas.
Okay. Good evening, one and all. It is indeed a wonderful presentation by Sethuraman of 2009. ECE passed out. Thank you, Sethuraman, for making this evening meaningful. Most of us were unaware about this audiovisual and unified communications. You have made some insights into that. Thank you so much for that. SREC Alumni Association feels proud to host you for this evening, the webinar number 77, Audiovisual and Unified Communications. Thank you once again, Sethuraman. Thank you, Department of ECE, for introducing Sethuraman. Thank you, Jagdish ma'am and Kasi sir, for introducing Sethuraman and bringing him to the alumni fold. Thank you, audience who have joined this call from India and from all over the globe. Thank you, student friends and faculty members. Thank you, one and all.
And thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for everyone. Yeah.
Thanks, Sethuraman.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks for this great opportunity. Thank you very much.
It was really nice. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you, ma'am.